Hi, I'm Danny and these are my Diecast Disasters, and in this video I'm going to be tidying up and customizing this Hot Wheels 2009 Corvette TR1, and I'm going to be doing it in the style of a Boba Fett Vette. Hot Wheels started producing this car in 2008. I think this orange and black version was from 2009. There's one post holding it together and then a little tab at the back where the license plate would have been. So there's that's drilled out and I can pull it all apart. The base and the interior and the windscreen. And of course, it just leaves the casting of the body of the car, which I'll clean up with some paint stripper to remove the paint. And something quirky about this Corvette, you'll notice the hole in the bonnet with the glass covering where you could see into the motor, but all you can actually see under there is the cover for the motor. Doug DeMuro does a good video where he takes one of these for a drive. So here it is after cleaning the paint off and burnishing it with the wire brush on my Dremel. Next I'm going to drill and tap that post using a 1.7mm drill and a 256 tap. And I'll be able to put it back together again with a little 256 button head screw. And when I'm tapping, I just have a wax candle near my desk and I just rub the head of the tap in it before I tap my hole, and that helps to lube it without having to use any oil. So now I can move on to painting. I hit the body with an undercoat of black. I gave it a couple of coats on the roof there. Now I'm going to use masking tape and liquid mask to mask off the roof because I want that to remain black, the roof and the pillars. So there's that after it's dried. Now I'm going to mix up some of the spruce green to paint the car with. Now I used dark green and the blue green there, but I should have used a light green. It really came out too dark. So if you're going to do your own one, use a lighter green. Anyway, here's the car after I've painted it with the spruce green. Next I'm going to mask off the bonnet panel there. Then I'm going to paint that red. Now I can remove the masking carefully and see how it's looking. There we go, there's the red bonnet. Now I can take the masking off the roof as well. So there's the masking tape off. And then I just used my fingers and a brush to rub away the remainder of the liquid mask. Next I cut out a strip of clear decal paper and then I gave that a couple of coats of yellow paint, and I cut out a little strip and cut some little sections of that. I'll use those to add some little yellow stripes on the doors. And I've also detailed it, the lights, etc., and the headlights there. And I've made some little decals of Boba Fett's logo. I'm going to apply one of those onto the bonnet there. And then finally, I'm taking a little piece of sponge and applying the chipping, and I'm using Vallejo Metal Colour Dull Aluminium to do this. Then I sealed the whole thing with a satin varnish. So the body finished, I can move on to the windscreen. So this is quite scuffed. It's maybe hard to see, especially when it's going out of focus like that. Anyway, I gave it a wet sand with some 2000 grit sandpaper to remove the scuffing that was all over the screens. You can see there's that little piece of crap in the back windscreen, but it's actually an inclusion in the plastic. So you can see I've fully sanded the outside in there. I'll give it a good rub with the cotton bud there, it's just still there. Anyway, next I gave it a really good polish with some plastic polish. Quite hard to polish this Hot Wheels windscreen plastic, but I managed to get it looking pretty decent. Now moving on to the interior and the base. Now I'm just going to leave these both black, unpainted. They look fine like they are. You can see they've already painted the engine cover that you can see under the little glass window on the hood. So I'm just going to take the original wheels and axles off of the base, because I've got my own aftermarket wheels that I'm going to be replacing them with. And here's my replacement wheels. You can see they've got unpainted rims, so I'm just going to pop the tyres off them, and I'll give them a couple of coats of black. There we go. Now I'll just put the tyres back on and they'll be ready to go, easy as. Right, so that's all the hard work done, and here are all the parts of our little Hot Wheels Corvette ZR1 Fett's Vette, refurbished and ready to go back together. So while I'm reassembling that, screwing it together with a little 256 button head screw, we'll just take a quick look back at what we started with. So here's our scruffy looking little Corvette TR1, the orange and black. Paint's a little bit scuffed, only just that really scuffed windscreen looks bad, but we're going to be giving it our Boba Fett Star Wars style makeover. And here it is, our finished Fett Vette. It's red and spruce green and yellow Boba Fett style paint job, chipped all over, and with the Fett logo on the bonnet there. It's also been detailed. It's had that scuffed windscreen cleaned up, and some nice new aftermarket wheels. So I'm pretty happy with how this has come out, apart from the green being a little bit dark. I think it looks really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters as always. The link's down below, along with a link where you can get 15% off Starbond super glue. And there's also a link down there for my other channel where I do some sim racing stuff. Thanks heaps for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to like and subscribe.